episode. Okay guys, I'm back with another Retro Circle episode. Now, if for those who don't know what this is, Retro Circle is just a time when I showcase all the retro consoles, add-ons and accessories from back in the day. Okay, I'm going to start off. Now, I haven't made one of these episodes in a while because I wasn't getting much views. But I said to myself, stuff the views. I'm going to do this for myself and have my own kind of video diary so I can reflect back on it in the future and just reminisce of all the retro masterpieces that came before me. Okay guys, this is the Atari 2600 and it is the first console ever to land on planet Earth, and this was born in 1978. I'm lucky enough to have mine's boxed in all of its glory, but unfortunately I have no manual. Now, back in the day, this was their slogan. It was the Super System, more fun, more games. And this is what the box looks like, guys. As you see, we have the machine on the front. We have a crowd of people playing it in all kind of age categories there. And I'll tell you what, and on the back we just got some images of the games you will be playing on the big screen. And I'll tell you what, get one of these systems boxed is literally a mission impossible these days. Very hard to find. Even to grab yourself a box by itself with no machine inside, they'd be looking to charge you quite a bit of money. So there you have it. I'm lucky enough to have a box there. See, I have the insert still, which is another thing which is really rare to have. Okay, so now guys, it's time to reveal the system itself. This is the AC adapter, but this is not the original one. I'm trying to find the original one. So this is a third-party AC adapter, and it's how many volt is this? It takes 9 volt output. This is the correct. If you're looking to get a third-party one, just make sure you get the correct voltage. Yeah, I've got to say another thing, to get one of these original AC adapter, it's like near enough mission impossible to find. Okay, I've got one single cartridge. I'm going to start off with the games first and the accessories. Okay, this is called, they used to call it the game program, and I think I've got another one, but this is the very first, I think, game that ever got made for this console, and it's Space Invaders. So if you're looking to reminisce and get one of these, it is mandatory to have Space Invaders. Used to have the Atari logo at the bottom there, and they used to call it game program because a lot of these times you had to kind of, you know, it was all about programming games and stuff. And then we have Night Driver, and I've got this all with its box and wonderful instructions. So that's what, look how massive these instruction manuals used to be back in the day. So we have the wonderful instruction booklet, and it will tell you how to get stuck into your game. And once again, it started being colourful later on, as you can see. Got Night Driver with a nice bit of artwork on the cartridges, and they still called it the game program. 70, they even got the year it was made. That's a bit weird. This came before, actually. This was 1978. And this was 1980. So Space Invaders came later than this. It's a weird one. And as you see guys, it goes use with paddles. So you can't use this with a normal joystick. You're going to need paddles for it. And I'm going to show you what the paddles look like in a minute. And then as you see inside the box, it had like inserts, but you couldn't remove them. They were like installed inside the box. And then my second and last ever game that I'm going to display right now. And this was... they just called it Breakout. And it's a game program, but as you see there, it had 12 games installed on this. Which doesn't really tell you the list of games, but there you go. And then we have an instruction manual. This one's slightly smaller than the Night Driver one. It looks like we got some kind of ping pong game going on, tennis game, which was another classic. It was all about back in the day. I think you need the paddles for this, do you? It was all about like a ping pong game and Space Invaders game. They were very popular back in the 70s and 80s. These are my only games, and I'm obviously looking for more. The game I want to actually get for this is called Pitfall. And yeah, Pitfall's very popular and very expensive on this machine. Next up guys, I'm going to show you some of the accessories which you will need to get with this machine. Now these are what you call the Atari 2600 paddle controllers. Now you're going to need this for a lot of games, mainly the driving games, and yeah, a few tennis games. As you can see, a nice little tennis racket icon there they display for you. So these were the paddles. Like for games like Driver, you're going to need these Atari 2600 paddle controllers. I've never really played with these yet, to be honest. So I got them a few months ago, never played. I'm going to give it a little spin one day. But yeah guys, Atari 600 paddle controllers. And now I'm going to show you the original controller, and then I'm going to show you a third party controller which you can use. Now, this is what you call the original. This is what comes packed with the system. And you normally get two, but I'm only unfortunately got one. And you only had one button back then guys, and a control stick. That was it. And this is what the input looks like, the I/O input there. I'll show you where that goes in a minute when I show you the system. So yeah, this is the Atari joystick guys, very first ever one ever made. Now you can also get add-ons. I bought this for my Commodore 64, and this was I think this is a Quick Shot. No, this ain't Quick Shot, this is just a different third party. But you can also use Quick Shot for this. And the only difference with this is called Spectra Video Controller. I can just about read that. This was born in the USA. And yeah, so you can use, this is just a third party controller guys. So basically, people used to use these for various computers like Spectrum. I don't know, you can use it for Commodores, I think even Atari STs. And the difference is you got a button at the top of the joystick, and this is more to grip onto, so it's more of a better experience when you used to play these games back in the day. And it's the same input there. Now, time for the machine guys. Now there's no SCART lead or fancy HDMI lead here. You just used to have like a TV aerial. So yeah, this was just basically a TV aerial. You would stick this in the back of your CRT TV. I don't think you can even have a there's an input to put it in the monitor or something, so you had to play with TV, then you had to do the old-fashioned tuning in. Now this is what the wonderful first ever console looked like. And this was the Atari 2600 in all of its glory. Now there's two versions of this. This is the 6 switch. You can get one, I think had about 4 switches on here, but this was the enhanced version of the Atari 2600. So it's basically like your pro version of the Atari 2600 back in the day, because you had 6 switches. So if you're looking to get this, try to look for the best version of this, and I'll say get the 6 switches. Now on the 6 switches you just had your power, which is here, turn on the machine. Then you had whether you want in black and white or you want in color. That's all. Yeah, that's an awesome feature to have. And then we've got difficulty levels, whether you want. That's how I used to change your game difficulty level there. And on the left, on the right side, you just got right difficulty, so you're basically setting it up for the second controller. And then you got game select, and you got 2 game selects here, so you can change the game and stuff like that. And on the back we have your right and left controller input, and we also have the power supply input there. That's where your AC adapter would go, in this power adapter. And what I absolutely love about this Atari 2600 is this little feature right at the bottom of it. See the Atari logo there, but that's not it. I love this wood grain finish in a mahogany brown kind of glaze there. Just look at that. This is what you call unique, and I think you can get one without the wood grain on it, but if you're gonna get one, make sure it's got this, the wood grain finish, because that just gives it that little bit of panache about when you're owning one of these. It makes it stand out and look absolutely sublime. So that's about it, guys. This is the Atari 2600, and in itself now is definitely an antique to own as a console enthusiast, because I'm telling you one thing: if you're a guy who's a console collector or a collector of any gaming material at all, this is one to own. And if you can get it in good condition, you'll be a lucky boy, or you'll be a lucky boy and a lucky girl. So I didn't really display when you put the joystick, when you put the controllers in. It goes in the back here. This is a bit of a weird one, so you're gonna have to be playing it with wires coming over your machine. But what a masterpiece this is to have in your possession. I'm so happy to have one of these, and I played what have I played? I played a lot of Space Invaders when I got this. Okay guys, I'm going to wrap up the video for now, but be sure to keep a lookout for future Retro Circle videos coming in the future. Okay guys, if you like the video, give me a thumbs up. Even better, subscribe. Till next time, see ya.